everybody, welcome back to my channel. So for today, I am doing a request from my very best friend Layla, who was looking for a date night, girls night out look. So what I came up with for her is a bronzy-eyed, rosy pink lip makeup tutorial. If you're interested to see how I got this look, please keep watching. Okay, so to get started with today's look, I am actually going to do my face makeup first before doing my eyeshadow. And I know in other videos, I usually do the reverse. That's mainly because with this look, the amount of eyeshadow I'm using is a little less intense, so I'm not going to have as much eyeshadow fall out that will land on my face and I would have to clean up. So I'm going to do my face makeup first, and to note, my skin has already been, I kind of washed my face, I put my moisturizer on, so that's already been done. So we can kind of just dive right into the makeup look. So, you know, for tonight we're doing a kind of either like a date night or a night out type of look that's simple, that you can, it won't take you too much time, but it's still going to give you that glamorous look you're looking for when you're looking for a night, kind of like a nighttime look to go out. So to get started today, I'm actually going to go in with my primer first. I am using the Dermablend Instagrip Jelly Primer. I've actually only used this primer like one time, but last time I used it, it was great, so I'm going to try it again today. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of this primer on my hand and put it straight onto my face. Most of the other primers I use are a little bit more milky, so it's interesting to put this on my face. Okay, so another big difference I'm doing today with what I'm putting on my face is I'm actually going to use tinted moisturizer versus using foundation. I think just one thing about about certain makeup routines, especially for people that don't wear makeup all the time, is foundations can sometimes be very heavy for people that don't use it very often. So tinted moisturizer is a great in-between type of product where you get the coverage you need, but it's not feeling as heavy on your face as other foundations could. So for my tinted moisturizer today, I am using my all-time favorite, highly recommended Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. I have been using this moisturizer for years now. I think I have gotten many people to buy this product before, just because it's, I think, been one of my favorites, and that it's very much a staple in my makeup routine. I pretty much use it every day. I typically don't use foundation every day, so this product is very highly recommended. I am in the color Bisque, so for my pale skin, but yeah. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this product. I actually apply this with my hands. I find I typically don't apply foundation with my hands, but I do apply tinted moisturizer with my hands. I think it blends the product way better into your skin because it does have the texture of a moisturizer. So for me, it kind of feels like it blends better into my face when I use my hands. So I'm just going to put a little bit on my fingers. You don't need a ton. You actually get a lot of coverage with very little product, but I'm actually just going to rub this into my hands and then just kind of jab it into different areas and then rub into my face. I got a little bit in my eyebrow. Oops. And always make sure you're getting down into your neck as well. So the next step in my routine, like you've seen with every other video, is my color corrector, which is super important. So again, I am using the same one I have used in the past, which is this Dermablend Quick Fix color corrector in the color red. Now that I've done my color corrector, I'm going to go in with my all-time favorite Tarte Aqua Concealer in the color Fair Light. I know I have used this basically in every video. I'll try and switch it up with different concealer. But you know, when you find something that works, you just like to stick with it. So I'm just going to apply that directly into the areas where I have my color corrector. And the additional place I'm going to add this as well is actually I'm gonna put an X down on my forehead area. I'm gonna go down the bridge of my nose. I'm gonna put a little bit on my chin. And that's just so I end up highlighting the areas where light naturally reflects. So you wanna make those areas look lighter. So today I am actually just gonna use my concealer brush. This is from Sephora. It's the Pro Airbrush Concealer Brush, number 57. So I'm just using this brush today to blend in my concealer. So I'm just gonna blend down first. Always blend your concealer down first because you don't wanna build up all the product into the corner of your eye because you don't wanna look too cakey. So I typically blend down and like down into my nose. And then I start slowly blending up and into my eye. And then I tend to just sweep usually over my lids too, because there's usually extra product on the brush anyway. I just like to sweep over my eyelids too before I end up applying eyeshadow. So next I am gonna go in and I'm going to set my under eyes. So I'm just gonna use a fluffy brush and I'm going in again, and I've used this product before as well, with the Too Faced translucent powder. So you don't need a ton. This is just to make sure that the product or that the concealer stays in place all night. And so I don't use too much. I'm not baking tonight. But I am just going to put a little bit of translucent powder. Next, I'm going to go in and do a little bit of bronzer. So for today, I am using the Hoola Benefit Bronzer. I don't even think they have different colors, or actually there is a light one. I'm just using the standard Hoola Benefit one. And I am going to go in with just my angled brush, and I'm going to add to the same areas, or basically put bronzer in the areas where I would typically do liquid contour or any sort of bronzer. So that is going to be in the hollows of my cheeks and top of my forehead and underneath my jawline. And I always recommend going kind of in a circular motion to make sure that the product doesn't get concentrated in one place. I've been so pale. I've gotten no sun recently. Even when I go home to California, it's been cloudy, which has been such a bummer. Because the Seattle weather is definitely not giving me any sun. So I've been really having to bronze up my face to make up for it. And just to make sure everything's really blended, I'm just gonna go in with a fluffy brush and I'm going to further blend in the product just to make sure it's really worked in. And this date night routine is supposed to be like very simple to the point. You know, you're not putting a ton of face makeup on. It's just a lot of the standard things I think you would have in your makeup bag to do this type of look. Now that bronzer is done, I am going to go in and do a little bit of blush. So I kind of want a little bit more of a dewy complexion when it comes to this look. So I am gonna be using actually a liquid blush. This is the Glossier Cloud Paint in the color Puff. So it's a little like bright pink tone. And I'm just gonna put a little bit on my finger and then dab into the apples of my cheeks. So it looks very bright when you first put it on, but it blends very well. And I love these Glossier blushes. They're really easy to apply. They come in a lot of great colors. And they just give kind of a better color and effect, or like dewy effect on your cheeks than typical powder blushes. So I find them to be super fun. Okay, and next, my all-time favorite thing is going in with highlighter. So today I'm gonna be using my all-time favorite Hollywood Beauty Light Wand by Charlotte Tilbury. I love this product. It's the best highlighter out there when it comes to, especially liquid highlighters. Big fan. So I am just gonna apply to the high points of my cheeks, down the bridge of my nose, and on my Cupid's bow. And I actually like blending just with my finger. I kind of just like dabbing. As you can tell, I actually like applying a lot of my makeup with my hands. I feel like it just makes the product look a little bit more natural on your face and helps it set into your face a little bit better. So I'm all about using fingers as makeup tools. I think it works very well. Okay, so face is basically done. Might go in and touch up towards the end. But next, all-time favorite is I'm gonna go into eyes. So for tonight, you know, this is a date night look. We just wanna do something a little bit sultry, sexy, but not too over the top, and something that you can do relatively quickly if you're you know, going out with friends or going out on a date or whatever it is that you're doing. So what the colors I typically love to stick to when it comes to these types of looks is these goldeny bronze colors. I think they look fabulous on anyone that uses them. And I just think make your eyes pop and give you kind of that nighttime fierce look that I think any person is looking to have on their eyes when they go out. So I think I'm gonna be actually using two palettes today. The one I'm gonna be using is this Tom Ford. Ooh, this got a little dirty, my bad. So this is this Tom Ford Eye Color Quad. It's a fantastic palette. It comes with these 4 beautiful colors. And the next palette I'm gonna be using is this Vise Art professional makeup palette, and it's basically the palette's called Theory. So I am going to use a combination of the two of these. So to get started, I'm gonna start out with the Tom Ford, or actually, am I gonna start out with the Tom Ford one? Hold on. Yes, I'm gonna start out with the Tom Ford one. So I'm just gonna go in with a fluffy blending brush. I'm gonna go in with this color. So I'm just gonna get a little bit on my fluffy blending brush and I'm gonna tap it off. And then I'm gonna start basically in the corner and basically make circles into the crease of my eye. By making circles, you make sure that none of the product gets concentrated into one area, and then you end up having kind of like one dark spot of shadow. So always go in kind of in a circular motion. Ooh, it's a very pretty tone. And then I'm gonna do the same on the other side. And next I'm gonna go in to enhance that tone a little bit with this bottom left shade. You know, they don't have color names on here, but it's this really kind of darker rose gold color. I'm just gonna get a little bit again on that same fluffy blending brush, tap it off a little bit, and I'm going to apply, again, to the crease of my eye, a little bit on the bottom part though, not fully in the same area, basically on the bottom part of the crease. Again, in a circular motion. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. Love. Okay, so next what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna use my finger and I'm gonna go in with this gold tone right here. And I'm gonna sweep it lightly on the inner corner of my eye. So just putting a little bit on my finger, I'm going to apply into the inner corner of my eye. And then again with my fluffy brush, or actually with a clean fluffy brush. Where's my other brush? Found it. I'm gonna use a clean brush and blend in the colors. You always wanna have one clean blending brush that has no color on it so that it helps kind of blend all the colors that you've put on your face together without enhancing it at all, if that makes sense. And now to kind of enhance the outer corners of my eyes, I am actually gonna go in with this beautiful purple tone on the Tom Ford palette to really emphasize the outer corners of my eye. And I'm just gonna go in with this eye shading E55 brush by Sigma, so it's a Sigma E55 eye shading brush. And I'm going to pat a little bit on the brush, tap to get excess shadow off. And I'm basically just gonna start building into the corners of my eye. Adding a little bit more. This doesn't need to look perfect. You're just basically placing the product in that corner area, but not necessarily blending it. I'm gonna do the same on the other side. So tapping off the shadow is key to making sure you don't put a ton of product on your face at one time. You can always build with the shadow, so no need to kind of like smear it on your eye when you first do it. That way, if it's too light, you can add, and then you can get it to the darkness level that you want. Cool, and then again with that same clean blending brush, I'm gonna go in and blend those colors in. Super pretty. So that's really all I'm gonna do with the shadow. It's basically 4 colors. It's enhancing, it's giving you kind of that smoky look without necessarily having to do all the necessary steps that go along with creating a real smoky eye. So that's all I'm gonna be doing with the shadow. But the one thing I do have to add is I am gonna put a little bit of highlight underneath my brow bone. So the color, I'm actually gonna use the color that's on the top right side of the Tom Ford palette. It's this beautiful light champagne-y color. And I'm just gonna take a little bit on my brush and then add to the top of my brow bone. Ooh, that's a pretty color. Wow. And again, just to make sure those colors are all blended together, I'm gonna use that fluffy brush one more time. So next what I'm gonna do is, I'm actually not doing a full-blown winged liner today. I'm really just gonna go in and line the bottom of my eyes with a little bit of liquid liner, but I'm not actually gonna pull out the wing. So like usual, I am using the Kat Von D tattoo liner today when it comes to adding a little bit of eyeliner to my eyes. This is my favorite. I also like the Stila one, but this one has been kind of my all-time fave for a while. So I'm gonna use this one today. So I'm just gonna use this little mirror here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically work in the corner of my eye and then pull, I'm basically just gonna pull out to the very edge of my eye. And then just to emphasize my eyes a little bit more, I'm gonna make sure that I add some eyeshadow to the bottom parts of my lashes. So I'm gonna go in with a small pencil brush. I'm going in with my Sigma E30 pencil brush. And I am going to go in first actually with that crease color, that dark rose gold color. And I'm gonna put a little bit on my pencil brush. Again, tap off the excess and sweep underneath my eye. And then I'm also gonna go in with that purplish tone off the Tom Ford palette as well. But I'm only gonna add that to the outer corner of my eye. Beautiful, so that's all I'm gonna do with my eyes. So really the next step is doing my eyebrows and my lips. So, or actually before I do my eyebrows and my lips, why don't I just add my mascara, because there's actually nothing else I'm doing here. So I'm just gonna go in with my all-time favorite Dior Iconic Overcurl Mascara in black, and I'm going to layer that on my lashes. Comment in the vid and let me know what is making your eyelashes look amazing. Because I'm always open to trying new things, but I think sometimes you find one thing that really works and you just never want to change it up. So then I'm gonna go in as usual with my Anastasia eyebrow duo. And I'm gonna fill in, oh, with the wrong brush, sorry. I'm just gonna fill in my eyebrows. So now that eyebrows are done, I'm gonna go in and do my lips. Before I put any product on my lips, I'm just going to, or put any lipstick on my lips, I'm just gonna go in and put on a little bit of lip balm. So I'm just using this Vichy Soothing and Repairing Balm to put on my lips before I put on anything else. But for lipstick today, what color am I going for? Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this, let me see, this is the color I'm looking for. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a blend. This lip liner is a little bit dark, but once I mix it with some lipsticks, I think it'll look really nice. So I'm gonna use this lipstick here, or this lip liner. And this is, sorry, the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip in the color, actually doesn't have a color, it's 11C is the shade. And I'm just going to line my lips with that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna apply two different lipsticks. One is this Revlon one that I've had for a long time. It is in the color Pink Pearl. And then I'm going to apply this MAC lipstick as well in Viva Glam. So I'm gonna put on the Pink Pearl first. And then I'm gonna put the Viva Glam on top of that. And then for a little extra pout, I am going to add this Grand Lips Collagen Boosting Plumper. So I wanna make my lips look super plump and large and amazing. So I'm gonna add this plumper and I'm just gonna put this product right on top of my lipstick. Amazing, so the last part of my look is putting on my setting spray. So I'm using, again, the Dermablend Power Setter 2-in-1 to set my face. So this is my final date night, girls night out look. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe to my channel as well as like my video on Instagram and YouTube. If you have any questions about how I got this look, please feel free to comment and I will get back to you, and all the products that I use will be linked in both of my videos.
What we need to do, staying up all night.